Just over 3 weeks ago, Will Lunt was named the starting quarterback, the first time since the beginning of last year.
I was just really excited. It's been a long time coming. I've been here for 5 years and just excited to get that opportunity.
It's a great feeling. I know the feeling myself, and being close to Will, I was able to, celebrate with him. Will's had a great journey here at Western, and being a part of that and being with him, he was very excited to be named starting quarterback.
In Will Lunt's first game, he had 2 touchdowns. The second one, though, was anything but ordinary.
We'd worked on that play all week. I was excited to see how that would work in a real-life situation. So C-Ray kind of tossed it to me, reverse pass. Freddie was wide open. I was a little nervous because he was so wide open, but I just put it on him. It was pretty awesome.
Last year, Cody Reardon was a quarterback along with Will. Over the offseason, though, the coaching staff had Cody make a few transitions, one of which was becoming a wide receiver.
It's been great, You're blessed to have great coaches, and Coach Twiner, Coach Henderson, Coach Ware, they've all been there for me. They've all helped me out, taught me the new fundamentals, and it's been great. Coming into the offense, I knew all the reads, I knew all the routes. As a quarterback, you have to know what everybody's doing on the field. So I was lucky to know every position as far as what the routes were and who to block, and that was easy for me. But the fundamentals was definitely the hard part.
Besides making the transition to wide receiver, Cody Reardon is becoming the leathernecks holder for kicks.
Pat's pretty needy. He complains a lot if the ball's a little inch off. I'm just kidding. He's a great kicker, and holding for Pat, it is a little bit of pressure being out there, but you forget about all of that when the crowd's going and the snap's coming at you. Your mind goes clear and you just hold the ball for Pat.
Well, it started with basically when Coach Twiner came here. He's big on as far as being a receiver, it's all about being confident in your game.
He brought kind of like a new kind of swagger to the receiving corps.
Who got the beat? What? Who got the beat?
I know that it helps me to get ready for practice because it's so energizing and it just gets me ready.
We're all brothers, at the end of the day, so, we all come together, and before the game, whatever, maybe a couple times, once or twice, we kind of get together, we kind of feel ourselves a little bit.
I think it's, kind of grown over the last few years of being here. I mean, we've done it a couple times in the past, and the guys really enjoy it. I think they enjoy how it gets them prepared to play for the game. That's the unique thing about it is you don't know what's going to be said. It's kind of everything is kind of ad-libbed. For example, I'll say, who's got a beat? And then, somebody else will go, who got the beat?
Who got the beat? What? Who got the beat? What? Who got the beat?
We say who got the line, who's got the beat, and then we gonna have everyone wants to get, if they want to get in, do their little input.
Who got the beat? Who got the beat? Who got the beat? Who got that beat? Who got that beat? Who got that beat? Who got that beat?
I know Fred starts dancing and stuff like that.
We just bring it up. And then we like, hey, then I hit my dance. And then we be in there. It just, just motivation to know that I'm playing with my brothers.
Somebody will just start rapping off the top of their head.
Like I'm here because, it's a blessing for me to be here at Western. So I just think like, dang, I'm here, actually here.
You feel almost like the ultimate confidence. You with your boys that you with every day.
Dancing, goofing off, and it's a relaxing stage, and it's just you calm down, you get a little less tense, and just makes you ready to play.
3 weeks ago, true freshman quarterback Hayden Northern played in his first collegiate game. Then this past weekend, he made his first start. Being a freshman and being put into the game as the commander normally would be nerve-wracking for most. However, for Northern, it was just all about being prepared for his debut.
The feeling that went through my mind was I had to just go out to practice and work hard the week from Missouri State, and go out there and do my best and get some experience for the next year. And when they told me that I'm going to start, I just had to go out there as a starter at practice and just do my best and just work really hard in that week.
In his first start, Northern was able to knock out a huge milestone in his collegiate career. In the game, it was 4th and inches, and the coaches decided to have Hayden go for the score and try for his first touchdown.
I just got to get the touchdown. We haven't scored points in the last 4 games, so I thought we got to get a score. And they were up 7-0, and I thought we could get a tie and might have a chance to win this game. So I decided to get the touchdown.
2 quarterbacks this season on the roster are seniors Josh Hudson and Will Lunt. During the season, these 2 upperclassmen have been helping freshman Hayden Northern prepare himself to play quarterback at the collegiate level, so when his time came, he would be ready.
It helps me tremendously. Not just with football, off the field with schoolwork, with college life, everything. Josh, Will, and Coach Elliott have all been there for me. They give me experience of what they see on the field, what they have experienced on the field, and it just really helps a lot.
Yeah, it's great. It's like having three coaches, myself and two other guys out there. He's surrounded with a really good support system, with myself and our offensive staff, and then those other quarterbacks. They're behind him 100%. That's hard to find.
Although Hayden has only played in 3 games, he has shown flashes of what is to come in years ahead. On the other side, though, Northern, being just a freshman, has shown that he is still just a rookie, reaching for his full potential.
This year has probably been more of a learning year than probably grade myself. I've made mistakes, but I think those mistakes I've learned from, and I think that I can overcome those and be ready for next year.
Hayden is he's done some really good things, and he's done some rookie freshman things. So, the one thing that's very encouraging about Hayden, and whenever you have a true freshman playing for the very first time Division I college football, is how are they progressing week by week. And that's one thing I think Hayden has done. The 3 games he's played in, every week we're seeing improvement.
Preparation. Our coach, I feel like we're prepared at all times for anything. The games is more like practice than anything. Like, I feel like we haven't seen anything that we haven't seen in practice.
Although in the stat book, only the player making the interception gets the pick, Davis and McDaniel give much of the credit to the other part of the defense.
Our defensive line is really good. And I'll give them 99.9% of the reason why we got most of the interceptions. We have some monsters down there, and it's really a blessing to be in the secondary with a good D-line like that.
Our coaches always tell us the D-line and defensive backs, they're one. When they get sacks, we get interceptions. When we're getting interceptions, they're getting to the quarterback. Like, it goes hand in hand.
The 2 defensive backs have combined for a total of 8 picks for the Leathernecks. The duo describes what has been their favorite interception so far.
Probably my first one. The first one versus Indianapolis. Just being able to finally get your first one is probably the most tasty.
It would be the South Dakota State one because I set the quarterback up. I was listening to my coach. He told me to show 2 and then go to 3, and it worked out perfectly for me.
Before the season started, both Martinez Davis and David McDaniel were not listed as starters. Starting cornerback Chris Boone and starting safety Keith Enderline went down with injuries in the first game, costing them their entire season and throwing the sophomores into the fire.
Last year I played a little bit, so when he went down, I was kind of nervous, kind of iffy, didn't know what was going to happen. So I just, my teammates helped me get real comfortable. They helped me build my confidence, and he also helped me build my confidence.
Me and Keith had been sharing reps all season, so I knew that point. I knew I was going to have to step up at some point, whether he's hurt or whether he couldn't do something or whether he's tired. I knew I would have to step up at some point in the season, so I was always ready for that role.
This season, Davis has 5 interceptions, 2 returned for touchdowns, and is tied for the second most picks in the Missouri Valley Conference.
At the end of the day, I feel like this is more of a team effort. I'm more focused on winning games, and being second is it's all good, but way more focused on winning games and going to the playoffs.